Yeah. Hopefully. There was a storm brewing.
Uh-oh.
Quick boost from Ninjas in Pajamas. Checking if any CTs are getting aggressive. Lovely peek from Morales. He's one to watch, actually. He's got a lot of really cool flashbangs around the map. Mihu also. Two worthwhile players for POVs. And a really nice pot flash from one of them right here in a main from forklift position. I think we made a video of that. Lecro holding on to his extra, his flashbang. Now it's extra. And can be used post-plant.
Nice start there from Mr. Pasha. Pin out those numbers, eliminate the possibility. They flank, and Morales will also do similar. Things starting to get a little bit tight here for NiP, being suffocated by the push of Virtus Pro, as now Forrest goes to defend. Oh, they're lining up for him. He's got some good damage in there, and all of a sudden it's not looking too bad here for the Ninjas. Rez will be wrapping around, trying to stop the bomb from being defused, but it doesn't look like it's a possibility at this point. Forrest just can't do enough. There's three players just doing the salsa in front of him, and that'll be Virtus Pro taking the round.
So both good moves I like right there in that round. At first, NiP, the route that they took towards it, as you saw Morales, if you watch a lot of VP, especially on this map recently, they love getting map information, peeking, you know, trying to find out who's here and whatnot. And Morales peeked A main, saw no one, so they played retake A. NiP is kind of squeaked on through squeaky door. Fortunately, the post plan was too much. So like little subtle differences. I like that. The anti-strat.
Yes, and now we get the anti-money strat, where you get deagles and you shoot your opponents with deagles and they die.
I'm very good at anti-money strats, Dan.
Would be my new strat.
Called Steam Market.
Just trying to get those perfect deagle shots. Hello.
Oh!
Oh, wow. It's doing an aerial there. That's beautiful. And, wow, the Eagles are working out pretty well. They got 2 kills already. It's quite an art to get that perfect timing on the counter strafe when you want to pop someone with a deagle with the one shot. Peek out, counter strafe. Get the timing on the trigger as well. The trigger finger. Can they get another kill?
35 seconds. 2 players still alive. Very good chance of a 2 versus 1. However, they picked the wrong bomb site. But that's some good damage for Ninjas in Pajamas. Gotta be happy with that.
Not too shabby on the damage.
Really
Neo
good
though,
going.
but Neo dying. It's going to have to force him to rebuy.
Ooh!
Ooh!
250,000. We're over 10 million points given away this season.
Congratulations. We actually
Crisco.
did.
It's like Costco, but not.
Apparently, everyone's been telling me Costco is just next level. Is
What do you
the
even
best
buy
thing
in there?
ever.
What is in there?
It's like you get very high quality goods and you can bulk purchase. So you go in
But
there,
like
you
what?
spend
What is in there? You don't have to tell me
everything,
what's
right?
in there.
High
Like
quality
what?
is a stretch, but it's bulk. Bulk
Bulk
shopping.
of what though? Still
Everything.
Anything.
Everything,
Like what?
James. It's America.
What? Like what?
Laundry machines.
Like what? What's in Costco?
So TVs, laundry machines.
Is it like Target? It's like Target,
bread,
right? It's like Target.
meat,
It's Target,
food,
but everything.
coffee.
Okay, not bad.
And it's just really high quality goods, and you can just bulk purchase.
High quality is a stretch, but it's
That's
bulk.
what I've been
it's
heard.
cheap bulk. You
I've been
buy
heard, I've
in
been told.
bulk. All right, that's the key. Bulk. High quality, maybe some.
James,
Does anybody want to buy Talon though?
you're all about the bulk, James.
You will sell it to you for 400.
I'll take it for £50.
There you go.
Do you know what? It's really hard to, like,
Not spend money.
that too, but it's really hard to see how something will look with the gloves you have. You have to imagine it.
I don't have
So-
gloves, so I don't know. I can't imagine that.
Because the plain, I don't like the plain handle.
Maybe
I should have gone for the real Forest.
Can you return it? Is there a 30-day money-back guarantee?
I doubt it, unfortunately. Oh well, we're back in the match. And it's buy time for Ninjas in Pajamas. The AKs are out. The smoke from Monsieur Snatchy. He'll be on the AWP later. For now, we'll be hiding behind the box.
around
So
the
a
box.
re-smoke, more or less, from the Pajamas doing their standard smoke. Yeah, right, it's a great person to watch demos of on the T side. If you want to know how to do smokes and Molotovs and so on towards B, he does it pretty much every round. It's part of the default for Ninjas in Pajamas. The standard stuff, taking vision away. So learn yourself some bloody grenades.
There you go. Help out your teammates in matchmaking. Or phrase of puns.
Where Get Right's looking now, when the smoke is down, that the T's throw, you should spray that left corner because you can often find CTs hiding in the corner. But also, after you spray, some CTs will walk into that corner, so you should spray again about 10 seconds later, just in case. Do it crouching.
Mind games. The levels of mind games. Electro spot at least 2 people in the B. NiP is going to have a little hard time breaking through this defense, so they fall back, get right, doing a fadeaway, catching Snatchy off guard. Now look at this, a huge person advantage. NiP 5-on-3 against VP.
Oh, that was easy.
The slow picks, slow roast.
That's the first round for NiP straight away as well. As soon as they get the AKs out, they don't even lose anyone, which is pretty awesome. Can't say the same for Virtus Pro. And Virtus Pro, because of losing players to the Deagles and so on, you know, that is now not a great look for them in this round, or rather than the one to follow, as they only have an M4 and a UMP. And it looks like Rez is on for the hunt. Can clear out Sunroom. And eventually they will make it there. The bomb is close to detonation here, so they should have time to maybe get a kill out of this. They're very close. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Will VP players peek? Yep, now they know, but I don't think there's time to get him. Very well done. They'll keep the 2 weapons alive, but it's going to be tough to get back in this. Snatchy able to get an AWP. That's a game changer.
It is indeed. I'm kind of curious on Snatchy kept his submachine gun, so they had to lose a round to get the AWP. Is it worth it in this new meta to, you know, sacrifice a round so you get, you know, keep your submachine guns? I don't know.
Snatchy on the AWP. Looking for a common position where you might throw a grenade into B. Now he's on the hunt. He's not shy, it's Snatchy. Trying to catch Get Right, doing his usual shtick. Spots the belt clip. And falls away. Something you've got to be careful of when you're throwing those grenades. So it's good to change your timing. Add a flashbang, pop flash every now and then. Just in case of push. Be erratic in doing the same thing. Do the same thing erratically. To make it harder to counter.
Very good point, James.
Yeah.
I like that.
1 minute mark, and Ninjas in Pajamas will have a take of mid. The bomb's been left in a relatively safe space. And the aggression has stopped for now from Virtus Pro, but as I say that, they're getting the aggressive smoke grenade in and exploring options to boost into the vents. So that's a response from VP. NiP with the numbers in mid, and VP will create space towards B.
So awesome to get someone in Sunroom, especially when you're on a UMP. Good ranges to work from, good off angles. Very difficult for the Ts to clear it without making noise. And here comes the A push. Now, even though VP have players in position, they can't quite seem to defend this. They've got to win the fights. Not a single one will be won, and it looks like NiP might survive this round with 5 or 4 players once again. Neo's gone walkabouts towards T-spawn, although he's wandering back now towards useless. And he surely understands that these T players might want to hunt him down. Again, taking a really good off angle. Really, it's that AWP they want to find. If they can get to Snatchy and take him down, that would be fantastic. But you'd imagine that Snatchy, the quality that he has, he's not going to go down in a position like this.
Very interesting setup by VP in this A-bomb site. You know, as you mentioned, Neo pushed up to Sunroom, handing VP a lot more map control and information. Surprised VP didn't have more of like an all-in setup in that A-bomb site, because you saw someone by fence, site, and by CT spawn area, and you kind of think, Why aren't they playing together? There's no crossfires, no timings to bait the kills and exchanges. It's just very sloppy CT hold, and NiP just literally flawlessly took A from them. It's a little more effort.
Here are the usual grenades from Get Right. Very easy to do. I literally learned these grenades by watching him do them. And you can see the HE spray combo, in case anybody is in that corner. And now there's no vision. Molotov from a teammate. Look how he clears this out. Neo playing around the smoke, I assume. Does he know Get Right's gone beyond him? He does now, and there is the kill from Get Right. Really easy stuff. Makes it really hard for the CTs to defend that position. You can do so much in a pug just by learning those grenades. All it takes is some light effort to watch a demo, practice things yourself. Spotted ahead from actually. He doesn't want to scope in too much. I think he's been spotted now. Still very dangerous, however. Double targets. Wow. That is a super clean run for Ninjas in Pajamas.
Another one. And everything's been clean. Look at the kills on Virtus Pro, or the lack of. 0 for Neo, 1 for Pasha, 1 for Snatchy. Mihu with 3.
Money, money.
And then Morales was only one with more than 3. That's in 5 rounds. That's pretty problematic. And again, they won 2 of the rounds. So that's probably where the majority of their kills came from. And since then, it's I think they've got, what, is it 1 kill in the last 3 rounds?
Seems like it.
This is kind of worrying for VP. Money growing massively here for NiP. Forrest going for the taps, just aggressively pushing forwards. Finally, another kill from Virtus Pro, but it's just 1. They need to get more, and Morels will help with that. As far as the forward position on the bomb site, that is a very strong smoke. Really makes it impossible for the CTs to push and challenge the bomb plant, although it's actually, you actually messed it up slightly. There is a gap, but never mind. It's still a strong smoke. And NiP fall back to forklift and door, so not on the side at all. Will this pay off?
Squeaky smoke from Virtus Pro. Continuing to move towards the site. There's the first kill. There's a player in Squeaky, actually, the last player. So this smoke, oh, there's a gap in it. And Get Right still alive, but it's a 10-second cover behind the box. And Neo will get the final kill. That was a nice lineup to smoke off the Squeaky position. And there is round number 3 for Virtus Pro. Very expensive one for them, though. Now NiP have a big opportunity on their hands to wipe out VP, wipe out their money, make the following rounds easier to win, assuming they can win this one.
What's crazy is how much money NiP have left in the bank after a full buy with an orb, and considering they only won 3 rounds in a row, that's it. Yet they still have so much money. That really tells you a lot about how this game has been going for Virtus Pro. And the prospect of a reset is all too real and very scary for VP, as once again Get Right looks for those solo plays to just take checkers away from VP and just causes all kinds of harassment here. And you can see this adjustment coming in, and he's going to nail Pasha, trying to escape. Will he be caught? Ooh, just about.
It's 1-1 move by Get Right. He does get caught, unfortunately. Bring it to a 4-on-4. NiP taking it slow. So far this entire map, they've been doing it slow. You know, make it expensive for a VP. Don't make mistakes. Just very methodical CS, and they're going to group up here towards this B bomb site. Natchy here, he's going to be ready. Ready for the onslaught.
Dennis looking for something over the smoke. You can see grenades being lined up. There it is. That is really going to help. There's nobody in the site itself now. We've got Neo in checkers, however. Oh, he gets 2 kills out of it. Spotted all the final players as well. And he's really made it competitive for Virtus Pro. They're on the rotation now. 3 flashes and a HE. Just about dueling really at this point. Can't really flash for each other with the positions they have. Mihu on the tree position will have to fall off. That's one player identified. Lecro with an unexpected angle. That was a nice bait and switch. Ninjas in Pajamas. They win the round they need to win by wipeout as well. That's exactly what they needed.
Oh no, VP in so much trouble. And it's crazy again just because NiP's economy just looks Like, it hasn't been touched at all, really. It's so strong still. And the T side's working out pretty effectively. The fact that Get Right can reliably at least get a kill, if not that, cause rotations, is so powerful. Get Right is, you know, historically, he's always been a guy looking to play, you know, go for a lurker role and looking to understand how to open up maps with one, you know, his own utility set, and how he can use all those nades at the beginning of a round or at the midpoint to cause problems for the other team. Maybe create space or get kills. So as James mentioned, can be a good player to follow for that. And see the eco round play out, and it's really successful here for NiP. Losing only a single player is always good. And their money continues to grow. VP in that awkward spot. For some reason, Morales has only $2,600. And another save is in store for VP. And they are looking to go down 3-6 against NiP at the end of this round. Quad nades, though, let's see if they can find something with that.
Well, I mentioned this last week about VP and their save rounds, but they still haven't ironed out a lot of these details where, look at the money in VP. It's, you know, I think there's one person with close to almost 4,000 on a round now. If you want to be completely efficient, you don't need to have that much money for the next round. You're going to have guns and utility and whatnot. So interesting that VP at this level haven't really, I guess, have certain strats or certain kind of ideas that they like to do when they don't have a full buy. You know, like it's not efficient in my opinion. I think they have a lot of work to do on that front of kind of figuring out, you know, what pistols, what nades they can kind of squeeze out on these kind of rounds.
It's a tough map to play NiP on at the moment as well, I think. NiP just taking it easy, spreading across the width of the map, seeing what they can find. And so far, I'll find a couple kills. Finally, the VP players will announce their presence. Neo, they're stealing away an AK. Might try to hold on to it at this point. Would be a, even though they'll have money to buy in the next rounds, that's still maybe one extra amount of money for a gun in future rounds. So it would be valuable to save it also, just because it's hard to really have a noticeable impact on NiP's economy at this point as well. The only way you can really do that is by just winning rounds. So it'd be cool if you can find a way to save this. It'll be difficult though. We've got Forest in, well, he's actually not pushing door yet. Can Neo keep the AK? Forest is falling back towards boost. Looks like Neo will be fine. Terrorists win. So, how successful will Get Right be this round? Which is pushing B by himself. We have to imagine he'll be doing it almost every round. If not pushing it, just throwing the nades every time.
Yeah, what I think is cool though is that because he does it every round, you don't know if there's one person there, if there's 3 people there, if there's 5 people there. So that round where he made his way through checkers pretty quickly and Neo was in the smoke, that's not going to be the round most of the time. But again, as you can see, so many people here, but it's just only one person throwing grenades, but Get Right kind of jumps the gun. Now Snatch, you'll see a second player there very quickly, maybe even 2, and that should be a warning. And we have a rotation now with 3 people west towards A. miHu moving down the map a little, maybe not. And again, that's the updating of information. Virtus.pro saying, okay, there's no push, no more grenades, so he stops rotating and stays towards A, with mid being abandoned. And these extra grenades will pull miHu down towards that B bomb site. NiP is starting to move away.
Yeah, forcing out Snatchy to throw that smoke as well on B, meaning that only miHu and Pash have smokes now, and they're on connector and A site respectively. Delayed mid take, knowing that you have a situation where you apply a lot of pressure. It's very often that the CTs will give up mids at around 1 minute, and so they'll take that for free. Although Morales is taking lockers, so Really good position to have. You can see Lekro was not ready for that. Spotted the bomb as well. So now they have all the information. Nice flick coming in from Pasha. 2 versus 5. NiP have 30 seconds, and if they can't get the bomb plant, they should really be looking for some damage here onto that economy of VP. Another kill at least would be excellent for Forest, but looks very difficult.
He was hurt by Snatchy as well. So they will hunt. Excuse me. Yeah, it's always tricky hunting somebody with an AWP. In this case,
sorry.
Yeah, in this case, Forest has one anyway. Definitely don't want to give one up, but it is very tricky.
They can't.
Expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look at that. Pash has to rebuy it.
Super expensive and really not necessary on how much money NiP have. Yeah, you don't want them to save a gun. Then again, you don't want to be chased with such low money, and you're one of the operas on the CT side.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to prioritize your own economy. He loves the rust coat, Forest. Always with the rust coat knives.
I mean, it signifies that he's, you know,
He's had his tennis shots.
that, or you know, he's age, rust, age. Is he rusty?
Oh,
he's not rusty.
He's not old either. Young and sprightly. Oh, he's going for more. Look at this. Look at him go. There's young Vibus. Let's go. Rez pushing in and deleting people on the A-bomb side. Neo will do some good damage here, but it may not end up being the round one. Indeed, it's too much to handle there, and that's beautiful. I like the pace switch up. That was really fast after a bunch of slow rounds, and you can see just the power of that. Just okay. What can I get after this one? Okay. Oh, once you get that second one, there's no stopping it.
It's beautiful because he swings past without stopping, sees where the guy is, and goes back, and there's an easy burst for him.
He's a hockey player. He ice skates.
Really nice. And Virtus Pro it's just that worst case scenario, lost everything again. And who knows, maybe they could have had a hero AWP if they didn't buy another one in that round prior. Ninjas of Pyjamas in a strong position as we move into the dying rounds of the first half. Fade away from Get Right. Again, good to be erratic with the grenades there. Can't be too predictable.
Give me more.
Not a bad round for Forest.
Just padding some stats, you know? Get 4 eco kills. So when your team loses, you can point the finger at someone else.
Get that MVP music going.
MVP music is crucial for mine.
Do you know, like, I've never had music enabled in CS, ever.
It's a shame.
But there was a bug in Panorama, which I think they updated silently, actually. I know they did it after the major, where there was one MVP track which would play even if all your sounds were on 0. And it was like a metal, like it was going... And it was so loud and really offensive that I had to hear it all the time, even though I've got all my sound muted. Even if you put the volume up and then back down again, it would still just work all the time.
I wish I knew this one. I'd be rocking that one all the time.
Really irritating. Yeah. Snatchy. He's in trouble. He will not be allowed to... Oh, okay then. Well, that could not have worked out better. Taking him so long to rotate to cover, I thought he was done for, and he will be eventually, but has he done enough damage? Perhaps not with Dennis on the AWP. Pasha forced to fall back, waiting for Morales. While he's making all this noise, maybe he can advance his position, maybe even fall out of the vent unless it's unbroken. It is unbroken. And again, Pasha continues to spam. Just pull attention away while Morales moves in. Get right under heaven. Lekro on the bomb site. Dennis throwing grenades from the sunroom position. Gets a 1v1, nothing doing, and it's time for Pasha to save.
Or not.
No save.
Look at that 9-4. NiP running away with this. VP, you know, they got 2 of their first 4 rounds in the first 2 rounds, and ever since, Virtus Pro looked kind of lackluster. This is not the same VP that almost beat Astralis last week. It is night and day in terms of teamwork and especially individual skill. Seems like they're pretty off terms of aim.
Ooh!
But then, you know, how can you compete with that?
Damn, stings.
The flick. In the smoke.
I don't
Muscle
care if
memory.
it's an eco round. That's still just nice to see shots like that.
It makes you feel good. Like momentum, you know, that it builds up the momentum in your mind. Last round. VP still 4 timeouts. Maybe I would like to see them use one of them. You know, on this half. 4 rounds is okay. I don't, you know, it's not that comfortable on a map like Cash.
Considering that the first, well, the 2 rounds they won with the pistol and the follow-up, you take those away, it's pretty rough.
Pretty rough.
Pretty rough.
Sandpaper rough. With this, VP doing their stuff that made them pretty successful in the games that they've won. A lot of map control, aggressiveness. Morales does take out Forest. And just like that, VP's up 5 on 4.
1 of 3 orbs down. Now anyone remains.
Is that a mid smoke? It must be. It is. How about that? Very fancy.
Can you write that down?
VP have all the names mapped.
What if I want to know it? I want to.
I don't even have my notepad.
Your grenade of the day on Twitter and look at it.
Suppose.
Now I don't have any incentive to look at your Twitter now.
Actually, it would be an easier way to help a mid player, someone's playing like mid with an AWP or something, rather than going all the way down to white box to do it. So
There you go.
yeah,
Round 15, write it down.
I'm writing it down.
There you go.
I'll
Thank you.
email myself.
That never works.
Oh, it does. My email is my to-do list, one of them. So
Smart.
I try to archive everything which is old.
So in case you ever lose your phone, you have a notepad, it's in your email.
I need to go through my emails, all my email settings, and just like optimize my email because I'm terrible at emails.
You have to unsubscribe a lot of this spam, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
Just like from like a workflow management perspective of like what emails to prioritize and like knowing what to respond to, like, you know, just like organizing it correctly so I can be productive with it because it's just a mess. Just like one jumbled mess, like my life. So
The dark twist. You want the panettone?
oh yes, I will.
Whiskey as well.
Yes, can I have both?
Yeah,
Why not?
there's one right there.
Where's the panettone?
It's in on my desk. We'll have to get it afterwards.
Nice. Well, Pasha biceps will not be flexing today.
Very interesting strat by VP. I like the smokes, and then they all swung and tried to outshoot EOSP that truck long range. Which, you know, if you get that insta headshot with the Glock, as a CT, you get pretty raged and upset. IP kind of had fun with that. Yeah, peek me. Go ahead. Go ahead, peek me with your Glock. It's long range. Let's go. I dare you.
Double day.
Well, this is looking very good for Ninjas in Pajamas.
What the heck? Kind of vibe.
The Ninjas.
The Hero AK.
When we were playing train yesterday,
Yeah.
in the last round, when we were against match point, I had 2,700, so I dropped an AK for someone because everyone had about 3,000, and then someone else dropped me an AK, and I was like, I just dropped an AK. I verbally said I dropped an AK. That I had some mad fanboy on our team, and he was like, I got this for you, man. I'm like, I got no armor, bro.
They believe in your headshot ability.
He kind of not really getting the plan here, but I appreciate it.
I wanted you to sign his guest book. That's it. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
Here's AK. Sign my guest book.
See what Migu can do with his AK. Too low, unfortunately, for him. Get right on the cleanup operation. Nice fast reload with the MP9. Jumping accuracy as well. Abusing all the right things. But still, he will fall. Maybe there's a bomb plant. Maybe there's more in this for Virtus Pro. Pasha creeping up. He spotted a player. 2D. And that leaves Rez. No 1 versus 2. He has the information. Pasha going wild on a ladder. Won't work out for him. Rez Suggesting steps one way, looking another. Not seeing anything just yet. Oh, that's painful.
Ooh.
But the cleanup will be successful. Way too expensive for just a 1 AK buy for Virtus Pro. Too expensive for NiP.
So that's what I like. That's what I like to see from VP. Really thought out force spot, kind of. The only one person actually force spot, the rest save, and made it super, super expensive for NiP. You see the money, 0 on the CT side, even though they lost a round, or VP lost a round.
So what is the plan here? Snatch is going with the orbital speed storage, he's going to hold the line. Although there's the cross smoke that's been dropped, so they can go to checkers if he wants, try to clear it. Oh, just coming off the boost there. That could be really good because Pasha just made his way there, but Snatchy's going to just push in and just annihilate Forest on the bomb side. Falling back now, as you can see the rotation on the minimap that NiP will start to reinforce that B bomb site. Paranoid that Virtus Pro are setting up towards it. Now they've abandoned the A bomb site. There's a smoke on A main still, but they don't have information. They need to confirm. If they're going to stack it this heavily, they have to try to play to confirm information because they have given up the A bomb site. There's the peak, and then a big rotation now, surely, because they understand there's no one else behind this. Ooh, are they going to be fast enough? They need to be a bit faster than this.
Creeping out of the AWP. Dennis is a timely HE grenade. Won't touch Snatchy using the red, still holding the angles. Molotov on default. And now Virtus Pro will make their way over. No post-plant smokes for them. Neo's one of the bomb at the moment with the UMP as well, so the better equipped players are not on the bomb plant duty. Big frag from Snatchy. Smoke in main, separating some of the players. There was some kind of crossfire here though. On the site, Rez and Dennis slowly creeping in. There's a crouch pick from Morales. But where is the default player? There he is. Neo's still alive for now. They don't know where Snatchy is. Does he go for the hero defuse? It looks like he does. Snatchy doesn't have the angle. Oh, it's going to be a close one. He comes off it. And Dennis, I thought he was done for. You just see Snatchy getting the W, but not this time.
Discipline to jump off and defuse when there's literally 0.2 seconds left on the defuse. Such amazing timing by Snatchy and Dennis.
So VP really not finding, I mean, again, not counting for the pistol round, they've effectively found success in 3 other rounds so far in this matchup. Quite one-sided affair. NiP looking to close things down here. 3 more to go, and they'll have cash in the bag. And we can see that VP have a faster round in mind. They've already got Pasha on white box, and looking to split on AA side. They got also Morels watching the squeaky door. The boost into Shroud for get rights. VP. Surely they commit with this. It really looks like they're set up to do so. They don't have many nades, so once they toss them, they're quite committed to use them in that A bomb site. And here they are. Smoke for the cross as well. But you got to imagine Gerrit's going to do some damage here. But that's MP9. Let's just say he could wait for a couple players to go by, but he just goes straight for it. And it's a 3v3, so VP done some damage here.
Forrest has seen the bomb carrier in A main. I don't know if he was heard. Oh, and Molotov is brutal. See, he's behind the smoke. There's a bottle Molotov there, which would cover all of Forklift and the corner. So it would force him from his position. And Neo down to 2 HP now. Clearly, you've got to get subscribed to my channel. You can you can crouch behind the breeze blocks, and the second highest one, you aim on the top left corner, then stand and throw it. And it goes behind Molotov. It goes behind Forklift and in the left corner as well. So you're completely forced away from that entire area.
Is that YouTube/James Bardoff?
James Bardoff CS.
James Bardoff CS.
Get the info, man. That's what it's there for.
I like the fountain of knowledge.
The more you know. See, Morales agrees.
I want to point out 2 rounds ago that round by NiP. Well, and we'll talk about it after, actually.
Eco Town for versus Pro. Maybe it's a 4-5, really. The smoke executes her out. It would be really handy to have a post-plant smoke to replenish this one afterwards. That would significantly help with the percentages of a round win. NiP moving back, but not giving up on the round, of course. And now Mihu is the only man standing. He's been spotted, going forward, trying to do some damage, but it will just be the 1 kill for Virtus Pro.
Weirdly, I mean, it worked out really well, but they actually rushed in before the smokes bloomed by like a couple, like 2 or 3 seconds even, like quite a long amount of time. So I think those smokes were just really for post-plant. So perhaps that was the plan, because I feel like if you wait for those smokes, they have so much warning because it takes so long to bloom. That's got to be just there for post-plant. So double ups in for VP. On the T side, we'll see if that can save them. It's been a really hard game for them. Nothing really has gone their way. And it seems like that might just be the story continuing here as Neo goes down. And a boost up into a Shroud once again. I'm going to start playing that position now. I'm on the sunset.
Pasha. Evening out to 4 and 4. VP though, Michu spots. Forklift. Lecco getting taken out. And now VP is going to say, let's green light towards A bomb site. But Forrest, he's on top of Shroud. Going to make some magic happen.
Did he hear a player in Squeaky? Perhaps. Falling off. Can't get kill number 3. Rez in a 1 versus 2. Long way for him to go. It's really annoying in a situation where you're kind of compelled to walk with your knife out to go as fast as possible without conceding your position, but it's still just so slow in comparison. He has a kit, plenty of utility, but of course he wants to get element of surprise. Don't want to give your position away with a grenade, which is purely guesswork. He knows 1 player is on the site. There's a second one. Pasha just needs the 1 shot, and VP will stay alive for now. He might actually put NiP on an eco. They only need to win 1 round, so...
Wow. Doesn't they eco'd this entire match, right?
It seems like they haven't been on eco once. Look at that, they're going to force, but they want to end it now, James.
They want to end it now.
Not later, now.
Now! Do it now!
Which money-wise makes sense. They had enough money for guns. The safer bet was the, save to get full utility and kits and whatnot. I think if you have 15-6, risk it. Maybe.
It's a good life philosophy. Why do it later when you can do it now?
That's true.
That's how you should live your life.
Have you watched Dexter?
I haven't actually, only a few episodes. I need to watch it properly.
Okay. I won't say anything then, but you definitely should.
So
it reminded me of something from there. It's like
Dexter?
Yeah. It's like a power speech talker guy who says, I do it now.
A power speech guy. You mean motivational speaker, James?
That too.
I like the power speech.
But the way he was
Power
doing it was like,
speech.
yeah, aggression, this is great.
Do it now.
I fall asleep at speeches.
Was he trying to incite a riot?
Maybe an eternal riot.
Do it now.
Reinvent oneself. Versus Pro with a focus towards the B bomb site. The grenades are streaming in. The bomb is lagging behind slightly. Dennis is blind. I'm not sure if he's been spotted. Yes, he has. There's a play coming from headshot, but he's been saved by Get Right, running in like the cavalry. Quick flick from Dennis, nothing doing, and now he's blind. 2 versus 3 for NiP. They've got a player, I think, in the... No, he's flanking from mid. Forrest walking out, and that might just be the round.
Watching Dennis there made me feel good about myself because I've like sometimes you find yourself in those spots where like you try to make a peek when they're pushing forward and you don't get the right peek and then they're really close to you. Now it's really awkward. Then a flash comes in, then you like take an awkward shot and now you have to like reload because you missed it and then they get even more ground and kill you. You just feel like a complete noob. That's basically what just happened to him. That is beautiful.
Wow.
The sticker or the skin?
It's both combined. The combination of the Jin.
The
Jin.
I have one. Oh, I didn't see it has like a demon thing going on.
Do you know what a Jin is, James?
I do.
What is it then?
It is like, is it like a demon thing in Arabic religion?
It's like
or a ghost or something?
It's like a genie, but you can have they can be sort of based in different elements. I think that's how
A
like
genie. I
Yeah.
wouldn't describe it as a genie.
So you get wishes.
I don't think genie is a good description of that.
Grant you your
Look it up.
desires.
Too much.
you
This is
ask
why I don't watch Disney films.
look it up.
It's the only
I
reason.
might be completely wrong, but this game is for like fantasy games.
Your definition is from fantasy games. The jinn is like a religious thing in Arabic religion.
A jinn is Romanized as jinn or Anglo. So okay, so
What is it, Dan?
It's a genie. It is. It's a genie.
Your internet's not like my internet. Let me look this up. Genie.
I
I feel like you just made this up.
English equivalent is a genie.
It's not about the English. It's about
That's
the
the language.
the
equivalent.
actual
The jinn is
jinn,
from a different language.
also romanized as jinn, blah blah blah, are supernatural creatures in early pre-Islamic Arabian and later Islamic mythology and theology. It doesn't say anything about genies, Dan. Why are you calling it a genie?
That's because we call it a genie.
No, a genie is a freaking from Disney rubber lamp, and a dude comes out and says, "What do you want?" That's what a genie is. What do you think a genie is?
What
Do you
do
know
you
what a
think?
genie is?
See, look,
Do you know what a
it's Arabic. Jinn. Romanized.
what is a
Anglicized
genie?
genies.
Because a genie to me is your rubber lamp. Dude
Yeah,
comes out and
because
says,
you've been
"What do
watching
you
too
want,
much
mate?"
Disney, James. That's why. You've been watching too much Aladdin.
Is that not what a genie is? What is a genie then? Isn't it basically like a man who holds the numbers to the lottery saying, "What do you want?" That's essentially what a genie is in modern day.
Let's just call it a spirit, James.
What money so can buy the more
Let's just
expensive
call
Talon
it
knives.
a spirit.
Alright. Kind of understanding this if I was an ignorant person formulating in my mind.
Still match point for Ninjas in Pajamas. They've got many of them to come. And now they're on arguably a better buy. No sniper rifle, but they've got good rifles in general.
Look at this, Jim. You see this time again with VP, the double off on T side.
Yeah, it's been common the last week or two.
I wanted to see more of it. Super pick.
Where's he get right off to? Little peek in mid. See what's going down. When did I last see it? Briefly at the major proceedings. Never get to hang out. NiP, kings of Mr. Pizza in Ukraine.
Isn't it Mr. Cat?
Mr. Cat, that's right, yeah, Mr. Cat, where you get pizza and other things.
Mr. Pizza. I understand why you did that as well.
Ooh,
Mihu.
beautiful.
It's got its res on.
It's got his Mihu on. It's a nice third frag from Snatchy, and NiP getting torn to pieces.
Torn asunder. Limb by limb.
It's like that Resident Evil film
Fingernail
where you
by
get
fingernail.
trapped in the room with the lasers,
Ooh, I love that scene.
and they come at you, and they just like chop you to pieces.
That's a really cool scene.
It is.
I was like, oh, when I first saw it. You know, the scenes that make you go,
Lasers.
oh.
Absolutely red.
But of course, Mia Jovovich finds a way
Yeah.
in her tight pants just be able to flip around lasers. You know, that's
That's
how
why they're
Hollywood
tight,
is.
because it's performance enhancing,
There you go. That's right.
more streamlined, aerodynamic. What was the movie for you two that sort of helped to define your youth?
Define your youth.
Yeah, like a defining movie in your youth.
I
That
don't
like
know
Talk
that
about
I
YouTube or a movie?
a movie,
Hackers.
a film, Hackers.
Hackers
Yeah.
is definitely one of those
For me,
defining
it's The
youth.
Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah, it was just, for me, The Matrix was so cool. Just wanted to be everything
That's true.
about that movie.
You're
It's
right.
just like,
Yeah, Matrix was a big one back in the day.
I haven't actually seen Hackers, you know. Yeah, I need
It's
to watch
really
that.
cheesy, but it's good.
Nice.
Hack the Gibson, man.
Not The Matrix or
older.
Hackers for you, James?
One of Angelina Jolie's like first breakout movies.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'll get back to you.
Was it Channel 4 News?
Actually, my mother had Queen's Greatest Hits on video.
Bam. That's
Yeah.
her the actual Queen of England.
It's not technically a movie, but
That's what,
you know,
that's what helped define
absolutely.
the James
that was
Bardoff we know
gangster.
today.
That was gangster. And Elton John album on video as well. VHS, baby.
Dude, Elton John was underrated for us, for our generation.
Transformers Generation 1. Well, I mean, that's the whole season, but the movie. I'm done with that. Megatron was my boy.
That was an amazing movie.
But Unicron was the beast. Orson Welles, you can't diss that.
Yeah.
NiP struggling on the CT side versus Pro continuing the comeback. Abusing Dennis on the B bomb site now. Get right was soon to follow.
Nice.
I can't think of any movies right now, to be honest with you.
You're getting some fragging in there. Man, you know, just you say, speaking of VHS, it always reminds me of one of the most annoying things about VHS, which was the fact that you had to rewind them. And once you got to the end of them, and if you ever rented stuff from Blockbuster or whatever, that you'd find out that there's too many douchebags in the world, because the percentage of you know, movies that would be returned and not rewound, so you would have to rewind them, sucks, because you'd have to see the end of the movie to rewind it. You haven't seen it before.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Why do you even need to turn your TV on to rewind it?
Huh? Oh, well, that's just what I would do. Make sure it's working.
The lack of logic is unreal. Just put it in and rewind it. You don't need to look at the TV or turn the TV on to rewind.
I shouldn't be having to rewind it in the first place,
How have
James.
you struggled like this with a VHS? That's astonishing.
You seem like a Monty Python kind of guy.
Monty Python is the one.
You just spoiled movies because you couldn't think to
Well,
turn your
obviously,
TV off while
didn't watch it.
rewinding.
It was going backwards really fast. So.
Unbelievable.
Life lessons.
NiP still have bad buys at this point. They're not living their best life right now. The FAMAS is out. And Virtus Pro are just brazenly creeping into the A-bomb site on this occasion. Where? See, this is why I favor... Like, they're at max loss bonus and they've got a FAMAS. How has that happened? Just where's the proper buy? Where's the full buy?
They invested in that cryptocurrency, you know, didn't pay dividends.
I think NiP is also one of those teams that likes to have fun, if you know what I mean. So if you sometimes if you give them an excuse to have some fun and we'll just get that buy and we're really far ahead, they'll probably do it. And it's partly because you do have players like, you know, Forrest, and I think Forrest is like a big proponent of that style of, he's like very emotional. If he feels it, he'll go for it. And that's part of the reason why he's so amazing. You never ever would want him to change that. You just need to the team just has to be balanced, I think, in the right ways to compensate for that. It might not be the case here, but I think, you know, you made the point, Eric, straight away, you know, when this comeback was starting, then NiP could have gone for a save.
Yeah. They could have. But, you know, like maybe they don't feel anything. Like they want to feel emotions when they play. So like, yeah, let's let them come back a little bit.
They want to feel alive.
Let's reach deep down and pull it out. But, you know, joking kind of aside, VP has been playing a lot better on their T side.
Yeah.
I mean, their CG side was so bad because their time was off, they didn't hit shots, they weren't exchanging kills. And T side, especially a map like Cash, is a lot easier to exchange kills. Oh, I'm following my teammate. Let's just, you know, wide swing with them. And they weren't doing that on CG side. Finish up.
Nice. Versus Pro, wild and out. Okay, so movie 7 was good.
That's a very good one.
Heat.
Classic.
Heat was awesome.
Have you guys ever seen Memento?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that.
That's a good one. You like that one, James? You could relate. I can't remember anything.
Irony.
But what's so crazy about that movie, I mean, this is not spoiling in any way, it goes backwards.
Or like Benjamin Button.
No, like, not that way, but...
The chronology is broken.
It's weird. It's like, I think there was I think Christopher Nolan either wrote it and directed, or just wrote it, I'm not sure. But that was one of his first movies. His brother wrote it. So Nolan did direct movies, one of his first ones, like first famous movies, and it's fantastic if you haven't seen it.
American Pie was my formative movie.
You could relate?
One scene with Pi.
All right, now we have a goodbye from Ninjas in Pajamas. Finally, an AWP. Rez, has he been spotted? Forrest waiting to support. Got to be careful. Make sure his silencer doesn't poke out too much. Nice 1v1 for Rez, and it doesn't last very long. But Probe not been shy of the fragging in this half. Forrest forced to reposition. Virtus Pro all of a sudden are 3 rounds away from overtime. This is getting scary now for Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, absolutely. You get, giving that team that emotional edge in a sense, by creating that situation where you've got some weaker buys than you should have, and so then you get trapped in this cycle of buy in spots where you just maybe have enough money and it's very marginal, but you do it anyway. Ooh, catching Pasha, looking towards the other side, it would seem. And that is a big win for NiP. Neo now in trouble. Able to make his way across, but missing the shot is a big deal. That still gives a lot of information for NiP. There's that flanking opportunity as well, and Neo may suspect that. Look at this, NiP have everybody in position. Lekro finds the first shot. Nice follow-up from Neo. Orp out, but he's now alone, and this looks like it could be the end of the line. Beautiful shot. 2 more to go. 20 seconds to plant that bomb. He's grabbed it now, but planting it is another story in of itself, and he can't rotate at all. He's got to try to plant open it. He's absolutely exposed.
Wow.
Forrest takes him down 16-12. Entertaining a comeback, NiP. Big string of rounds. Virtus Pro really trying to make NiP respect them, but it doesn't work out in the end.